Hi, this is Fran with Stampendous, and I wanted to show you yet another fun way that you can use your pop frame cutting dies. And you can see 11 pieces in the set. I've got them on a magnet sheet inside my stuffed tainer here for storage. But when you open your package, you see that they were designed to coordinate with these 7 different clear stamps. And we've given you some basic instructions here, and that's where we started out. And the one that I'm going to feature today builds off of the green sample down here. Okay, so just in the quick review, when I designed this die, my intention was a pop-up like this. You have this beautifully framed area, and sometimes you do vertical or horizontal, and you can do some very fun cards that way. Then, once I had the dies in hand, I discovered this option. So we've shown it on the packaging as well, and basically this fold over of the frame allows me to make a shaker or do all sorts of things as a fun insert in the middle of the card. So let me show you how we do that, and then I'll show you at the end how I took it to a new level here. So basically I have a piece here that is, let's see, this is 4.5 by 8.5, and this is going to be large enough to fold it in half so that I have the folded edge at the top. And this is the most important thing here. And let's see, I'll actually do it with this other piece here, and I'll save that one just for the dimensions. And it can be slightly smaller than that, this one is. But one way or another, we want the wavy edges to fit. And here's the key thing. The important thing is that I'm working off of the fold. I've got the fold here at the top, and I want to position it just below that edge of the die. Okay, that's only a score line. It's not going to cut my fold, but I can just barely see the curve at the top. So I want it to be off the edge at the fold. I'm going to turn it over. This paper is a little bit narrower. You can see it's a rather tight fit. Okay, we'll check that it's lined up on that side, and you definitely want to tape it in place. Okay, so now when you pull away your frame, you're going to have these little edges, and it's still going to be connected. So then take your little scissors. Now if you've slipped down from the edge, you might have to do a little clip or two up at the top just to get the side pieces to come away. And down here I can do a straight cut following the edge of the tab. This isn't going to show. And you could trim away some of that if you wanted to. But now we're going to fold it, and you can see this is our little tab area here. Okay, so this is what gives me my main structure. And if I wanted to create a window in it, the best way to find the center is to position your stamped frame design on top. And we have all of these center designs. So sometimes I cut them together. You could even glue this together first and then cut through all of it and line up that center window. But just to show you then, this is our main structure, and here's one that has a window cut in it already, okay? And this one was a little bit further away from the edge. That's okay. I just did a little straight cut on the edge. So now that you see how we created that, the little tabs in this case, I glued underneath these side panels to cover the tabs, and you could decorate front and back if you like. Then I took it a step further And I created a fun little card with all the pizzazz on the inside here, where I've got 3 of these little frames, and I made these into shakers, which is really fun. Just got all different colors, and I layered it up to where the papers are getting kind of bulky. I think if I did it again, I might just stamp onto, blue paper and not have it also on top of the craft. But you can see how the 3 of them work together. And then this one, I took it all the way around. You can see from the top, I've got 5 of them all connected together. So with this one, I did one sort of like a little front piece with all the puppy dog frames, and just stamping mostly on the craft paper. By doing the windows in each one, I've created a beautiful little customized photo album here of all the puppy dogs. And you've got options to stamp lots of other images. And in this case, when I put it together, I glued on 3 sides, left it open at the top, and with 2 photos back to back, I can just slide them in or out. And it's a little bit tricky to get past the wavy edges, but it works out fine. So now I want to show you the important thing of what you need to do so that it's not all bulky with those tabs in the middle. So this is what I figured was the best way to show it here. I've cut 3 of them, and to tell which one apart, I used the largest window and then the medium and the smaller windows here. I'm going to stand them up so that you can see. So you need these tabs, and the first time I did it, I cut away a tab that I needed. So I wanted to explain the idea here. So let's say you have 3 of them. You need a tab at the end if you're going to connect it into the center of the card, but you don't want all of the extra tabs in between. So if I leave a tab on this side, then I've cut off the tab on this edge so that I can glue a frame edge to one tab, okay? And then I can keep going that way and do every other one all the way across. Or with the 3, I could cut both of these tabs off as long as I had the tabs on this side. So there you can see, you just got to work your way across. And when I went to doing the 5 or even more, then just carefully mark and cut one at a time so that you have only as many tabs as you need to connect to one more side, working your way around. Okay, so that is a very simple way. Once you get the hang of it, you can do so many fun and interesting things with all of your fold-over frames. So shakers or photo albums or framed artwork, you name it. You've got lots of fun possibilities with the one pop frame cutting dies.